So we're going to do a bit of a video on how to fix your blinds. Ta-da-da! Because, let me just show you. Just there, if you can see that.
Yeah, it's all bunched up down there. So over time what's happened is, you know, putting it up and down, obviously the coating that's gone around this bloody thing is bunched up, and obviously it's
a lot of tension.
It's a lot of tension, and you can't go up or down. Then obviously, since it's bunched up there, it won't go through the holes, and then eventually your holes will get bigger, and then you're going to have a bit of a bad day. So this is one of the things that I don't really ever want to do. It's this and the door. If the door goes, I'm not looking forward to that, but this is a bit of a pain in the bum. So I've watched a couple of YouTube videos. There's not really much on YouTube on how to change, because that's what we're doing today. We're going to change those what do you call them? Like just
it's a string that holds the blind together.
It. So we're gonna change the string over, because
if you don't have that string, when they're apart, it will just drop.
Yeah, that's right.
The only way to keep it up is to keep it magnetic, which we do 99% of the time. But
so I've watched some instructional videos, you know, that's on YouTube, and I've got bits and pieces on how to do it, but I thought we'll do a video to actually show you guys on how to do it. I'm going to learn along the way too, so hopefully it turns out all right. So first thing is we need to take off the surround here. So there's all these little plastic lugs which are hiding the screws for you to take the frame off. Now ideally it's better to do it with a flathead screwdriver, but I'm going to do it with a knife. But I find it just with a knife, it's just easier to kind of like poke in there and kind of like pierce it a little bit, and then you can just bring it out like that. Try not to lose all the lugs and everything, which I probably will. And also
don't put a hole in the couch with that knife either.
Yeah, try not to put a hole in the couch. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take all of these lugs off and then take the screws off. So that'll be step one. Alrighty, we've taken all the screws out. Now going on some videos it should just pull out, but sometimes you just got to give it a bit of a yank. Oh no, this one's just pulled straight out. Look at that. And let's just see what the corrugated dust in there.
Oh, look at all that.
Oh, it's not too bad actually.
Might be
a couple of bugs in there.
You gotta give it a bit of a clean.
Yeah, that's it. Alright, yeah, this looks like the same as a couple of the videos that I've been looking at, so hopefully it's not going to be too much of a pain in the bum. So, and also guys, before you put it back in, if I do forget to say before it's all fixed, see all these around here? You just got to make sure that they are tight, but don't over tighten them, alright? Because with corrugated rows, you know, things come loose. See, this one is supposed to be obviously like that, so that's come out. So what you do is you just tighten them up. Oh, I might do it a bit later anyway, but you just grab a shifter and don't put too much pressure on it, otherwise you will crack the plastic and you'll do damage to your wall as well. So there's a couple in there that do need to be, it's actually not too bad. I was expecting a lot more to be loose, but it looks like it's just, you know, that's not too bad. But yeah, this one has come loose, so you just undo it and then you just do it back up. Just do it back up, and yeah, just get a shifter on it. Not too much though, not too much, but they look pretty good to me. Alright, so the next step is we need to take off these whatever you want to call them. Always have a bit of a look on how it's kind of like. Okay, yeah. That just lifts out like that. Alright, so the screw's been taken out, so I'm just going to pop this. So that needs to be wrapped around. So it comes through there and then wrapped around. Okay. Alright, So we'll need to cut that. So once we should be able to see which ones probably we need to.
Oh yeah, that one's pulling.
So it's coming through here. Alright, so the two cords, you just got to obviously identify which one that you need to replace, and then we've already pulled it through the blind.
So I've snipped this, obviously you can see.
Yeah.
So this is what, oh my shadow. This was, you can see how thick that is. That was what was bunched up, how bunched up it's gotten. And that's come off this string. Look how thin, how much difference it is. It's the same string. What's happened?
Yeah, so that's it there. So obviously it feeds, this one feeds up, across, and then through here. I've got a funny feeling that this one will go up and across to that one.
Side.
I've got a funny feeling. But...
Let's just concentrate on doing one.
So this is a Black Magic leader. It's £80. So you don't really want to go anything stronger, because from what I hear, it just bunches up and it just doesn't give that elasticity to it. So
it's just fishing line. So
it's just fishing line from BCF, about $20. So yeah.
This shouldn't fray, obviously.
Oh, it shouldn't. So we'll see how we go. So I think the hardest part is threading it through, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. So the easiest way that I've found to thread it through is, as soon as you see it coming through that first hole, group it together, let go. In the hole, group it together, let go. Oh well, I've lost my helper, just going to do the washing. So what I've done is I've taken off the second string line that goes up there, because I'm obviously, it's pretty hard to thread it through there and then somehow it's got to come through here and then up again. So what I've done is I've taken that off, and hopefully this just slides straight out. Yeah, so what I've done is just slid it enough so you can make the direction of where you want it to go, and then that fishing line should just poke right the way through there. So yeah, so that's the way to do it. She has returned. So I managed to thread it through, so we just slid that across and fed it through, and now she's coming out there. You just got to make sure, if you're not replacing that wire, that stays in there like that, and it just slides back in. Alright, so once it's through, just make sure that you've got enough length to obviously finish it. So I'm going to put this plug back on, put it through, go through that one, and then you go around these screws clockwise like that, and then that one clockwise as well. So they are like your tensioning screws as well. So we're going to do that, but before I do that, make sure I've got enough, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it off that end, and then you get the tightness when you pull it through. So that's the plan anyway. Right, so just a normal loop that you need. Just tie it off like you do in fishing, or you're going to do a hook or something. I don't know. Probably the loop should be a little bit smaller than that, but anyway.
So we've pulled it through, we've reattached the clip at the end that holds that part of the blind on. We'll put the screw in. We've fed it up. We've looped it around.
Yep, go clockwise.
On this one first.
Yeah, on that
And
one
then-
first, and then that's like
Yeah.
you can see that tightening as I turn it. Well, you probably won't be able to see it, but it does tighten.
And then I'm guessing you'll just snip the end of that string.
Yeah, just snip the end of the string, or the fishing line,
Fishing line.
like that. And then obviously down here as well, you don't need to have it all on the spool. You can more or less measure what you're going to use. It'll be easy to work with. Like that, and like that.
Okay.
Alright, let's see if it works. Probably not. Anyway.
Ta-da!
Ta-da, beautiful.
Just a little tip.
Yes.
When you're putting this back on, before you put in the clips back on after sliding the string through, make sure you don't pinch the other end through there, as we found. So we've just taken it all apart again. It got jammed, so this was not moving. It wouldn't go past a certain point, but now it goes up and down. So while it's off, I'm going to give it a clean.
That's a good idea.
Give it a bit of a clean.
And
I'd like to give the fly screen a clean too. So see how we go.
So just one more thing for you guys. Just the running of the 4 strings. This one goes along here and goes up there. That string there goes up along here and through there. That one goes that way, so it's more or less opposite. Yeah, so if you need to replace your strings, that's the direction that they go in, or if you just need to replace the one like we did today, hopefully that helps you out a little bit more. And of course, one of the last things that you do is to put these guiding plates back on, and just give it a test run before you obviously mount it back on the wall, just to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, which it seems to be. So yeah, so that's how you do it. So now it's good fun putting it back on the wall. Alright, so that's how you do it. I'm not really the most skilled person when it comes to that sort of stuff, but you know, you just got to give it a go. There's heaps of resources out there for some things, so you can learn on how to do it, but you just got to give it a go. If you stuff it up, who cares? It doesn't matter. Whatever. You can't do any more damage than when it's already stuffed, so just give it a go. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.